What's up, guys? Got a video blog here. Sunday night, it's a late night. I wanted to get this to you earlier today. I had a crazy day, man. Last minute cover shoot deal, and then I filmed the workout for you guys. I'm going to be coming later this month, later this week. But I just got home, and I want to answer this question. This one comes from Chase. Chase is he's from Melbourne, Australia. It's basically about neck, how to build that neck. And I'm going to go into this, man. Neck is a muscle that's probably neglected by everybody. It really is. So when I'm going through this, and Chase brings this up, I'm going to go through basically what the neck does. The functionality of it all. Meaning there's so many muscles, and there's probably 100 or so muscles in the neck. We're going to break it down, simple, stupid, the 4 major motions of the neck, and the muscles that combine with that. Tell you what they are. Then I'm going to tell you the advantages of a strong neck. Why do you even want a neck? And then we're going to go into these exercises. How to build the neck. What are the exercises you guys can apply in the gym to build this neck? I'm going to give you kind of a demonstration here of these exercises, and then you guys can apply them in the gym. First, let's get into Chase's question. Chase from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, mate. God, I love Australia. I'm dying to go to Australia, man. That's like the one destination I have never been, and I'm dying to go. So one day, Chase, maybe I'll see you down there. Hey, mate. First off, I just want to say thanks for having such a great site and giving us a knowledge on not just working out, but also living a happier, healthier life. You're the top bloke. I'm not quite sure, but bloke. B-L-O-K-E. But thank you. Okay, here's my question. I'm 99% on the way there to my ideal body. I've gotten down to a single-digit body fat, and I'm looking really cut. I'm loving it. I see where my muscle groups start and end. There's just one part of my body that I'm not happy with. It's my neck. I've seen photos of myself, and I'm happy with how big my body looks, but then I look at my neck, and it's so thin, and it looks like almost like my head doesn't belong in my body. I know what you're talking about, buddy. As if someone has photoshopped it onto my body. Anyways, I was wondering if you had any tips or workouts that could help solve this problem. It's definitely my most neglected muscle, and I wouldn't have a clue on how to target it. Thanks again, Greg. Looking forward to more great videos. Chase from Melbourne, Australia. Good question, Chase. I don't think you're alone, man. You're not. Everyone neglects the neck. Everyone neglects the forearms. I might make a workout video called the neglected muscle groups, and go into all this stuff. I was fortunate enough never to neglect my neck, because I had a mother growing up when I was wrestling that was so paranoid that I was going to break my neck wrestling that she made me work out, made me do the neck training. She even bought me an apparatus called a neck harness, and I'll show you what that is, to ensure that I was building my neck, to give her peace of mind. Alright, before we get into all that, what does a neck do? What are the muscles to it? There's about 100 of them, like I said before. But the main ones, basically, if we break them all down, they all go into 4 different functions. The functions being, if I'm standing right here, guys, and I'm putting my head forward, right? That's the flexion. It's called flexion. So the flexion muscles of the neck, right? Then if I go back the other way, the opposite motion, that's the extension muscles of the neck, right? So we have flexion and extension. The other ones are lateral flexions. Lateral flexions are when your head's to the right, coming up back to neutral. Head's to the left, coming up back up to neutral. So that's your lateral flexions, to the right and to the left. The other ones, simply your rotation, to turn your head to the right and left. So those are your major movements. There's 5 of them total. Your flexion, extension, lateral flexion, and then rotation. Obviously right and left, so times 2. Why do people give a crap about the neck? Well, let's see. If you play any contact sports, it is, you already know this, but it's imperative to your performance as an athlete. If a stronger neck prevents injuries, as well as the appearance of a strong neck, because last I looked, no matter what you wear, your neck is always visible, right? And if it's a really skinny neck and you got this big body, and it's, you're getting these shirts and you're not quite filling the neck up, you look kind of stupid, right? Unless you always go shirtless, but sometimes it gets cold out. Who's going to go shirtless, in the middle of December at nighttime, walking around? Oh, I'm talking about myself right now. Well, I'm in California, and it's 75 degrees right now, so it's okay. And I just came back from a photo shoot, and I'm just exhausted, and I'm just trying to get this into you guys. So give me a little bit of a break. There's a study done that in the last 2 decades, based on society right now and how we work and everything, with work schedules and office and looking at computers and cubicles and sitting in the chair all the time, that people aren't exercising as much, and what's happening is causing severe neck pain, to the point it's the second largest musculoskeletal disorder out there, second to back. Tons of neck pain. The studies have gone into it that exercise will relieve that pain and prolong the effects of it. So therefore you won't have that neck pain. That sounds like a good thing. Besides that, your appearance, like Chase is talking about, can match your symmetry of the rest of your body. And if you play any competitive sports, it's a must because it improves your physical dominance and your physical athletic ability on the field from friendly strife. So why not build the neck? It doesn't take that much time. It's not like chess where you got to hit it for a couple of hours in the gym. No, you just go in there at the end of your workout after abs or something. Just knock down and do like 10, 15 minutes of this. It's really simplistic. Let me show you how simplistic it is. First thing we're going to do is go into shrugs and upright rows. Those are two major lifting motions that's going to help enhance and strengthen your neck. And when I say strengthen it, how important is that? When I was in high school, a buddy of mine got in a tremendous car wreck. Now he was an athlete, who worked out, and had a lot of, he was pretty cut up. The doctor said he would have been a paraplegic if it wasn't for him having such high levels of body mass. He was cut up. If he didn't have so much muscle mass on his body, then the impact of that car accident would have affected his vertical column, his vertebrae, and would have had paralysis or prolonged problems for the rest of his life. All he has is a couple, aches and pains and a headache, and then he was out of there. So there's a lot of benefits here, guys, besides just the appearance and the vanity and athletic performance, just to prolong health and prevent injury. So upright rows. I'm at my house right now, guys, so I don't have any weights or anything, but what I have is a wrecking bar. This is the thing I use to break down my porch when I rebuilt it. But this is pretend it's the barbell, right? What I want you to do, when you guys do upright rows, the wider out you go, the more shoulders we're working. And we're trying to work the traps here and the neck. So we're going to put our hands right next to each other, tight, right? And when we do an upright row, elbow is always higher than the wrist. So I'm going to step back here so you can see it a little bit more. Hands right next to each other. We're going to come down. We're going to lean forward a little bit right now so that the bar naturally, just swings and it's not resting and riding up our upper thigh. So right here, we're going to come down and bring it up. Elbows higher than our wrist, all the way up to our chin right here, guys, and then back down, okay? And then back up and back down. That's going to help to build the neck strength. The other one with this strain bar, and I suggest you do it on a Smith machine because the motion's locked, because you're going to do front and back shrugs. Shrugs, you're going to come hands again, right next to each other. We're going to come up with our shoulders and then back down. Up and then back down in a front, and then we're going to turn this bar around like on a Smith machine, and you're going to hit the back. Bring it up and back down. When you bring it up, you're holding it, pausing for a second, and then back down. And back down. On both sides, front and back. Guys, these guys that are going in and doing shrugs and they're rotating that thing all the way around, what are you doing there? You're putting wear and strain on the rotator cuff. You can't build the rotator cuff. What we want to do is we want to build the muscles around the rotator cuff. That's up and down. That's a vertical motion, guys. That's not a circular motion. This is going to cause wear and tear on it, and it might rip one of the ligaments within the rotator cuff, and then you're out. You can't do shoulder presses. You gotta be smart, guys. Straight up, straight down, the front, and then behind you, straight up, straight down, working the front and the rear traps. The other thing you're gonna do is get something like my mom made me get. It's called a neck harness. If you don't have a neck harness, guys, that's what this is. It goes on your head like so. Look like you're part of Silence of the Lambs or something. A little bit of a cannibal. Anyway, this guy's really mentally ill. Watch out. I'm still a little delirious, guys. It's been a long day. If you don't have one of these, guys, surgical tubing. Get surgical tubing, right? Pretty long. You can tie that to your doorknob. On the other end, halfway through, get a towel. Wrap that up in a towel, okay? That's what's going to go into your head. Sit down so your head is, level to the doorknob. And then you're going to do the same motions that I'm talking about right here. First thing we're going to do is work on our extension. So we're going to come down as if you had the towel right here, guys, with the surgical tubing, and then all I'm doing is holding it. You can put weight on this guy, obviously, by undoing this right here. Throw weight on there if you want and put it back on. I'm just using my hands right now. Just to give you guys an example. So we're going to come down and then up, really slow, monotonous, in control the whole time, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom. That's the motion. That's working the extension. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, flip it around behind us, right? I'm just going to grab it with my hand right here to apply stress, or you can put weight back there. Same thing, we're going from the back here. Now we're going to do the flexion coming forward, guys. Next thing we're going to do is work the lateral flexion. We're going to take this and bring it to the side right here, right? And then we're going to come up. And then we're going to do it both sides. So that's how you work the 4 sides. For the rotation of the neck, you know, that's something you really can't quite work as well. There's no apparatus that locks your head in and then you can rotate it. There are a few machines that are out there. It's a 4-way neck machine. If you have that in your gym, you can utilize that. That helps to put your face in there and you can move it to the side. Very hard to find that in a gym because considering the popularity of neck movements isn't that big, it's hard to find that. But if you're working upright rows and shrugs, front and back, and doing flexion and extension, lateral flexions, you're going to really get that neck where you want it visually to be, and that's going to help prevent injury and pain down your line the rest of your life, as well if you're in any kind of competitive sports, to keep you safe and keep you in the game on the fields of friendly strife instead of on the injury bench. Anyway. This is Greg Plitt, help me stay fit. Thanks for watching. It's really late. I've had a really long day. I'm going to bed.